So now I want to talk about change fund and the cash short and over account. You already know what a change fund is. So any business that operates with a cash register has to have money in the drawer to start at the beginning of the day. That's called a change fund. And so if I have cash registers, each cash register might have $100 cash in it at the beginning of the day. So at the end of the day, I take all the money out of the register and I subtract out what I started with. That's called the change fund. So the $100 is taken back out and I use it the next day to start over again, and the rest is actually my sales. So let me explain how this happens. So I'm establishing a change fund of $200. So I'm going to take it out of my cash, which is credit. It's like a petty cash, and I have an account called Change Fund, $200. This is an asset account. Okay? And so here's establishing just a change fund. So every day I start with $200 in my cash register. So at the end of the first month, or I'm sorry, the first close of my business, I had $1,450 in the cash register. By the way, this not necessarily just cash. It could be credit cards, receipts, it could be checks, a total of $1,450. So I'm subtracting what I started with, and this is actually my sales amount, how much sales I had for the day, because I can't start with I can't add the 200 in. So the key is, this is how much the drawer says I had in sales. We need to make sure that the cash register receipt also says $1,250. So when I get the $1,250, remember, I deposit money into my account every day, so I'm going to put that money in the bank. I'm going to debit my cash, and I'm going to credit my sales. Now, you do know that sometimes people make mistakes counting out money. So what happens when my cash register tape doesn't agree with how much money I have in the drawer? So in this scenario, what if this is what my cash register said? I'm sorry, this is what the cash in the drawer said, but this is what my register tape actually says. So I'm off. I'm off by $2. And here's where we use the account called cash short and over. And it's very simple. It's like a slush account. It's only to be used for shortages or overages. And here's how I remember. The short is a debit, the over is a credit. So let me show you the exact same journal entry where I've got $1,250 cash, but my tape says my sales should be $1,252. So here's what it's going to look like. There's my cash. There's my cash short and over. Notice because it was short $2, I put it on the debit side. And there's my sales account. Okay? So now my debit's equaling your credits. Because I was short, it goes on the debit side. If I'm over, it goes on the credit side. So let's take a look at that one. So same scenario, I have $1,250 in the drawer, but my cash register says, the tape says only $1,247. So I'm $3 over. My cash is over by $3. Here's how the journal entry would look. Here's my cash. Here's my cash short and over, and because it was $3 over, it's on the credit side. And here's my sales for the day. So this is how to do journal entries when I have cash short and over and change fund. And this is the end of chapter 7.